Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be making a video that is, what if Turkey reformed the Ottoman Empire? And as you can see, I've already done some outlining, so that'll make it easier for us. Just zoom in, and boom, they're going to be red because they're going to be the empire. And the first thing that they do is they're going to go over here to Cyprus, and they're basically just going to stage a landing. And it's going to go very well as they take it all over immediately. And since we're going to do an empire, I'm going to make it to where the empires are really strong, stronger than they normally have, and a lot of big alliances like BRICS with China and NATO with the United States and a lot of Europe. They're not going to be included in this series because then it won't really work at all. But now, the next thing they're going to do is they're going to go and invade Syria as they come in from this little top area over towards the sea, the Mediterranean Sea. They're eventually going to take out all the sea area, and after that, they don't have like ocean access, which will really cripple them until eventually the Ottoman Empire will take over this much area, and then they surrender. So now we have all this area. That's now the Ottoman Empire. Next, they're going to annex Lebanon. Now that's part of them. And then we're going to be seeing a coalition being formed against them, which will include Iran and Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt. So they can't really go south much more. So now they're going to head up over to Greece. With their newfound power, they will march straight in and take over all this area. And eventually they form a coalition to help take them over without them getting to Rome. And it's going to be green. It's going to have Greece, Romania up here, and then Bulgaria. So, and then, now as they're marching southward more, Greece and their teammates will come up from the top and start marching in, and eventually almost cut them off when their main forces get there, and they start just annihilating them, slowly pushing back up, taking over all this. Even with the combined efforts of this, they're really no match for the Ottoman Empire at all, as they go swiftly in and eventually take out all of Bulgaria, and they force them to surrender. That's not going to be right, but they force them to surrender. And then Romania, without wanting to have all their land taken away, they're just going to get out of the war. And they're just not going to be in the war anymore. And then as the Ottoman Empire marches into Greece, they make a landing on this island down here. And then Greece just gives up. They surrender. It says they surrender. They will keep some of their land in the peace treaty. As in, they will keep all of about this area. But eventually, they're going to trade some land up north for this island. So they'll get forced back like this. And then they'll get all of this land. And they'll get like all this land back as their own. And then for Bulgaria, they will get about this much land that will be left. Wait, and boom. So Bulgaria is still alive, but with less. And the Ottoman Empire now has even more territory. And then the next, Romania is going to stay in this coalition, but they're going to add Ukraine into it with Crimea. And then they're also going to add, I don't think we'll have Moldova, let's say, I believe Austria and Poland, as well as the remaining of Bulgaria and Slovakia. And then this is the new, so now there are two coalitions, and now the Ottoman Empire is going to look back down to the south to the rest of this land. And they're just going to march straight into Palestine and basically just take it. As well as Jordan. So they take out both, and Israel, Palestine, and Jordan all at the same time. And they're going to fully annex them, meaning they have all this land now. And boom. Now, the Ottoman Empire is looking like this, and now they're going to go up to the north a bit, to where they're going to attack Georgia. But before they get to Georgia, Azerbaijan is going to form an alliance with them. But it's not going to do anything, as when they declare war on them first, as they weren't surprising it yet, and it goes well, and they eventually join up until all the forces that were holding back got there and just completely dominate Georgia until it's just Azerbaijan. Georgia surrenders and Azerbaijan surrenders, so they can keep their land. And then we just gotta redraw the borders. And Azerbaijan's just gonna keep everything. Besides that little bit of territory they had down there, it's going to go to the Ottoman Empire. And Georgia is going to keep all this land. And just like this. And now they're going to go, probably after they can't go south, and now they're going to go after, drumroll, the coalition down here. It is a very, very strong one, but they might be able to do it just barely. Now they're really going to send a lot of troops out. As up here, they get troops from this area and they slowly push down, starting to take over this area of Iran. When the rest of their allies declare war on them. But at this point, it's just the north being attacked. Just like this. And pushes into Iraq or made when they get to stalemate over there. And they go into Iran a little bit more until they also get to a stalemate there too. Then they go down into Egypt and they take over this little bit. And then there's a big brick wall there. And then this is where the pushes are coming from. And as Saudi Arabia is taking over this area and eventually cutting them off from down here, where these people are going to hold out because they still have connections with Cyprus and this little area, but eventually it'll be taken out, more taken out as they march up more. And then back over here, they push up like this. Not very much happens, but what does happen is the Ottoman Empire marching up the border of Iran and going in to the Iraq from behind and taking over the bottom area to where they're going to be basically all the way surrounded when they finally get met up, and they're going to surrender over to the Ottoman Empire, and that's when they know they're doomed, because over here Egypt also surrenders because they know they're going to die, but they're gonna keep all their land besides that little area where the Ottoman Empire still is. Just like this. And the Ottoman Empire is not going to have this, but Iraq and Saudi Arabia are going to stick in the war, while the rest, Egypt and Iraq aren't. But eventually, since there are troops down here, they do pushing up, and they're trying to get back to the rest of the front when they eventually are connected. And then at this point, they go down here into Saudi Arabia, start taking over a land area like this, where they go down like this, all the way down when blue forces get here, and they kick them out of this little bottom area where they have borders with. And at this point, the blue team is just going to surrender over. And they're going to be able to keep land. Just like that. Or the blue team gets this back. But the red team gets this. And the blue team also gets this area back. Just like this. And they're going to get all this, with this being taken back like this. And boom. So now Iran still gets some of their land, with Iraq being taken out, and the Ottoman Empire is almost back to its former glory. And then we see one more thing happening as they march into Bulgaria, just like this, and then they go like this. Eventually, the rest of their team is not going to come to their aid, as they just let them take it over. So they get peace and they don't attack the rest. They signed an agreement. So they take over the rest of Bulgaria. And then, boom. The Ottoman Empire. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And I might do more Empire videos. So I will see you guys later. Bye.